Hello, 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 Virgo. What is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Sakira. And if you're not new, then Virgo, you know we already reached our milestone 500 subscribers. You guys, we did it. I'm so excited. Thank you for each and every one of you who are tapping in, who decided to join the squad, join the family. You already know we're about to be lit on this channel, period. But Virgo, this week is dedicated to you guys. Sorry, not just the Virgos. It's dedicated to the listeners, the viewers, the ones that are in the family, tuning in, tapping in this whole week, this whole energy, period. I am doing a reading dedicated to you guys just to big you up a little bit. So this is going to be what makes you special. Yes, I'm going to be hyping you guys up. What are your gifts? You know, what makes you a beautiful asset to this world and to the people around you? So let's get started. This is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. If you're interested, let's get it in. So for Virgo, what makes you special, Virgo? Let's find out. What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored? What makes you special? What makes Virgo special? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, what makes Virgo special? Okay. Virgo, what makes you special? Let's see. All right, we'll take the, okay. Okay, so Virgo, what I see here is that you're able to create nothing from something from nothing. We have nothingness, we have creativity, and we have intensity. You have a lot of powerful energy, Virgo. You are super creative. You're really in alignment as well when you are in your creative state. I see that here with all the chakra colors coming through, especially here with all the chakra colors coming through. That gives me the energy that when you guys are in your creativity, all your chakras kind of get lit up, right? There may be this intense energy pulsing through you when you're really creating something that matters to you, or when you're really creating something that you love to do, right? Overall, we have the Thunderbolt. Taurus got this. So I feel like when things get rough, you guys are at your most creative, or like when you're under the most pressure, you're at your most creative, which is a beautiful thing because some people crack under pressure. Virgo, you create under pressure. Period. Okay, so let's keep it going. Because I see you guys are like super creative, and you create with passion, right? Intensity, that screams passion, that screams a lot of energy. And I feel like what you guys create is something that it can be felt not just by you, but by other people, right? Like when you create, that energy gets transferred. And so not only do you get to enjoy the creativity part of it, but people get to enjoy the creation of whatever you create. Like that energy, it holds volume, if that makes sense. It holds weight. All right, Virgo, so let's see. I meant to say that the creation speak volumes. There we go. What makes Virgo special? Let's see. What else do we have for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored for Virgo? All right. So you guys, what makes you special, Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. What makes you special? I'm not going to take those. It's too many. Let's get two. What makes you special, Virgo? All right, we have Leo, I will. So willpower, determination. When you guys set your mind to something, you get it done. You could have Leo in your chart. It doesn't have to be. But I see here for the Virgos here, like there's some of you guys could be Leo cusps as well. But there's something about you guys, like 1 and 7 adds to 8. 8 is that number of abundance, right? When you guys put your mind to something, it's like this abundant energy kind of surrounds you, it engulfs you, and it fills you, and it lights you up, and it sets your soul on fire to the point where you're able to push past obstacles, really use your determination to like get these things done. And I feel like Virgo, this is something that, again, it's a choice, right? When you put your mind to it, it happens. Wow, powerful Virgos that I'm tapping in. Okay, let's see for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Wow, I'll take one, just one. Let me get this one. Aries, I am first house energy. So I feel like you guys also know who you are, And that is what makes you super special and super great, because you're already tapped in to your natural energy. Like, you know what you like, you know what you don't, you know what lights you up, you know what doesn't. You know when to take initiative also, and you know when not to. This is card number 13. So that tells me that when it comes to who you are, there's a lot of transformations that happen as well, right? But there's always this knowing of, okay, I am this person today, and then you'll feel it like, you know, I need to transform into more of myself. I need to transform into a more expansive version of myself, and you get that done as well. I feel like you're always shifting, Virgo, like self-assured, but always shifting. You're never the same, because you're always elevating, you're always growing, you're always on the next level, right? And who you are is something that really comes through in your creative work as well. Like, your personality really shows when you create, when you make things, or when you put something together, when you take an idea from a thought to something physical, right? At the back we have Pluto, transformation. And so that's what I was just saying, like transforming the ideas from non-physical to physical. I feel like you guys are really good at that. It seems that the earth signs have that down pat, like bringing things from, you know, the metaphysical to the physical, which is beautiful. And I feel like, again, it's like who you are is constantly shifting, and therefore your work, your creativity is always shifting, right? Always finding new ways to maybe top your last effort, right? Which is such a Virgo trait. But I feel like that's really what makes you guys special, because you guys don't set your bars low. You have super high standards, not just for the people around you, but for yourself as well. And you definitely hold yourself accountable. Let's see. What else is coming through for the Virgos? What makes the Virgos super special? What do they need to hear? What needs to be honored? What needs to be said? For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Oh, that was quick. We got 4 for you guys. All right, we have health. So Virgo, I feel like what makes you super special is that you prioritize your health as well. Not only do you take pride in creativity, but I feel like health is wealth to you. And you make sure that you are, you know, living clean, eating clean, doing the things that matter to preserve your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health. And I feel like that's a beautiful thing. That's what makes you special, because that's what preserves you, right? You're in alignment because you take care of yourself. We have self-discipline. So Virgo, I feel like when it comes to not only creativity, but when it comes to who you are as a person, you are a very disciplined sign, or you are a very disciplined energy, right? You know when to give to yourself. You know when to withhold yourself from some things, or indulging in some things, right? You know when to give to a project, or give to an energy, or to create a lot of things. You know when something needs to be held off on. Like, I just get this energy of you're very in alignment, and you know when to do something, when not to do something, and you move accordingly, which is beautiful. Then we have environment. So Virgo, what makes you special is that not only do you create beauty in the eyes of others, but I feel like you're super good at beautifying your environment. Some of you guys could have Venus placements like Libra or Taurus in your chart. And I feel like with environment, your environment really matters to you, because you have this way of bringing creativity to anywhere that you go, pretty much, right? And when I say beautifying your environment, this could be physically, like you could be a decorator, right? But you also could just have this energy about you that when you step into a room, Virgo, you light it up, right? When you have a conversation with someone, you light them up, you inspire them, you inspire this intensity in people and in environments and in situations, because it's just a part of you. It's who you are, and you carry this energy with you when you go places. Last, we have patience. So I feel like Virgo, what makes you super special is that you also have a lot of patience when maybe other people don't. I feel like I just heard the word compassion. So I feel like that also speaks volumes, because patience is a virtue, right? And a lot of times when we have patience and self-discipline together, that means that we're really set up and built for success. And I feel like Virgo, you may have had a lot of success in your life, and if not yet, then you will be having a lot of success going forward, because you have these beautiful qualities that really makes for a successful entrepreneur, or a creator, whether you make like art, or you make music, or you're an interior designer, whatever your niche is. I feel like you have all of the fundamentals to kind of make things happen. I feel like also, Virgo, you're really good at creating stability in your environment with the 2 4s. I'm looking at that now, and I feel like you're good at creating balance, harmony, and like stability in whatever environment you find yourself in, whether this is in a workplace, whether this is in a home environment, right? Or whether this is just in a friend setting, or like, you know, a setting amongst people. I feel like you know how to set like really good foundations wherever you go. Overall, we have nature. So I was getting that when I looked at the environment card. Interestingly enough, I feel like you have a special connection to nature, whether you're into gardening or whether you're just into the elements of nature. Maybe it's animals, maybe it's just being outside, maybe you like to ground your feet in the grass, maybe you love to swim in the ocean. But I feel like you have this special connection to nature that just makes you really, really inspired, is what I'm getting, also to create. Right? Nature, if you look, there's flowers in this creativity card, right? Nature could be your main inspiration for what you create, or you could just be really inspired by nature in general, right? Like that's probably what fuels you, which is beautiful. Oh my gosh, Virgo. So we're going to keep it going, and let's see what else makes you a special Virgo. We got sirens in the background. They did stop, but I always say, you guys know I live in New York City. For those of you who don't, now you do. But I say that whenever I hear sirens, it's always my indicator that we're on the money with whatever we're talking about, because the sirens, they come at like super specific moments. It's not always predictable, you know what I mean? First card out for you guys, I'll take it. We have the Ace of Swords. So you guys are really, really level-headed is what I'm getting. You get a lot of ideas. You have a really strong connection to source. And that's where you channel a lot of your information from. Like for you Virgos that I'm tapping into, you have like divine knowledge or divine wisdom that comes through. You may not even be aware of where it's coming from. Maybe, you know, all your life you've heard that you're an old soul, or that you're wise for such a young age, or you're just a wise person overall, no matter what your age is. But I feel like this is something that makes you super special, because you really do have a powerful connection to source. As you look, the light is being channeled right into her mind's eye, and so, or her third eye. So what I feel for you guys, or you could even call that the crown chakra too, right? Because the mind's eye is like, it's technically in the middle of your skull, but people look at it like as the space in between the eyebrows, or like the forehead. But the upper chakras get activated, and I feel like, again, you have this special connection to your upper chakras as well, where you're able to channel information and channel downloads from source that really put you in a super aligned path, right? Like you're getting this knowledge, this wisdom, maybe even directions on where to go, how to proceed forward with certain things, and you're just really tapped in and tuned in with spirit. What else makes Virgo super special? Yeah, so Virgo, look at this. When you get these ideas, you act on them, you capitalize on them. I feel like that's where this creativity comes from. That's where this willpower comes from. There's this determination to get things done. It's like once you get this idea from the nothingness, it's like I don't place these cards the way that they're placed by coincidence, you know? Like there was a reason that Ace of Swords came right under nothingness. I feel like you're channeling from source. Source is the all and the nothing, right? The one and the zero. And so I feel like you guys, you channel information from source, literally from the nothingness, or from the void, if you will. And with this Leo, I will, the Knight of Swords, you guys, you act on these impulses, you act on these thoughts, you act on these ideas that you get, and you make them happen. Which is a beautiful idea, which is a beautiful energy to be in. What else do you guys have for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. We have the Queen of Swords. So all this swords energy, Virgo, I feel like your mind is your biggest asset, right? Virgo, you're saying is I analyze, and what I'm seeing here is that you guys really do a lot of analyzing. You do a lot of acting from this place of being super logical, and I feel like you guys are really intelligent. Like you act on whatever thoughts that you have, you process them. A lot of energy of channeling knowledge, channeling information. The Queen of Swords is also a channeler. She is in the receptive mode. She receives the ideas, the impulses, the thoughts, the inspirations, the logic, right? I feel like this is you, Virgo. Like you act on it, you analyze it, you get these downloads, and it's a beautiful energy to be in. I feel like your mind is really, again, your greatest asset. And we have Justice here, Libra energy, which is an air sign. And this tells me that you guys are in perfect balance. That is something that you guys, you do it well, right? You balance your thoughts, you balance the good with the bad. I think I said for you guys that some of you could have Libra in your chart, or at least Venus energy, which is Libra and Taurus. And so what I see here is that there's a lot of beauty to your balance, right? Or let's say there's a lot of beauty that comes from you being in a state of balance. It's like all this mental energy, and you use it to kind of balance out life. You use it to navigate your way through life. And I feel like you use it to also do a lot of good, right? To, like justice is about good karma. So I feel like you guys, you rack up a lot of good karma because you use your logic, you use your intellect for really good purposes, for really good reasons. And so let's see, at the back we have, sorry guys, I'm not doing reversals for these readings, but we have the Eight of Cups. And so Virgo, I feel like what really makes you special is that self-discipline, right? This is Pisces and Saturn, or Saturn and Pisces. And so that gives me the idea, like when it comes to your emotions, right? Especially with this card of balance being here, you know when to walk away, you know when to give energy to something, you know when not to. You're really good at analyzing situations. And so you're kind of good at seeing if something serves you or if it doesn't. And if it doesn't serve you, you have this strength, you have this mental discipline and the determination to leave it behind and to go towards, brighter energies, or more positive energies, or more aligned energies. Beautiful. So let's get some affirmations. You guys can use these affirmations to reprogram your mind, but I'm using them just to get more information about where you are energetically and what makes you super special. So let's see what affirmations go with your energy, Virgo. Let's get one more shuffle. For Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, what affirmations go with your energy? What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored? Okay, we got two. The first one, I have the courage to be the happiest, healthiest version of myself. The happiest, healthiest version of myself. So this is what I'm saying. You guys prioritize your health, and your health, I feel it comes before anything, not anything else, but it ranks pretty high on your list of priorities. And I feel like you definitely make the choice in any given moment to embody or to tap into this happiest, healthiest version of yourself, right? Or at least you're always looking for ways to become a more happy or a more healthy version of yourself, which is beautiful. And then we have, I trust my inner voice. So this gives me this energy right here. You have an inner voice that gives you information. You act on it, and you analyze what you're acting on. You strategize, right? Some of you guys may act before thinking, is what I'm getting here as well. But I do feel like you do that because you do trust your guidance, your innate guidance. You trust the voices that give you these downloads, right? AKA source, your highest self. And so, or your angels and your spirit guides as well. And so I feel like for you guys, Virgo, like your biggest blessing is your intellect and the fact that you have the determination and the self-discipline to act on it. You create from that powerful place, and you create magic, right? Let's see. At the back, we have, I trust that my faith in the universe will give me all that I need in life. And I do see here that you guys have a lot of trust, a lot of faith in the universe, that, again, when you get these downloads, you immediately act on them. And maybe you do a little bit of pondering and considering and thinking, strategizing later. But the action definitely looks like it comes first. Like when spirit speaks, you listen and then you act. And I love that energy because I feel like you're acting from this place of alignment. This is like inspired action, right? So it's coming from a good place. Let's get some last cards of wisdom for the Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. And this is what makes you special. What do you need to hear? What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored at this time? Virgo, what do you need to hear? What needs to be heard? What needs to be said? What needs to be honored at this time? That's a lot. Can we get two, please? Oh, Virgo, nothing wants to come out for you guys? What's the word? What's going on? Okay, what are you waiting for? And release. So that gives me like that Eight of Cups energy that I was looking for. Some of you guys right now, because I did pull this with the intention for it to be advice. Some of you guys right now have a situation that you could be acting on, and maybe there's a little bit of hesitation. Spirit wants to know what you're waiting for. Your power is really in your ability to receive the downloads and to act on them, right? Also with releasing, I feel like Virgo, there are some things that maybe you could be releasing right now. You could be giving this some thought as well. But what makes you special is your ability to detach and to disconnect from things that no longer serve you. And if there is a holdup with that, Spirit wants you to just kind of rip the band-aid off is what I'm getting. Like if there's something, someone, some environment, some job, friendships, whatever this is that you need to cut ties with, it's not saying that you really need to cut people off. That's not what I'm getting, but I get the vibe that you need to release whatever attachment may be distracting you from what you're supposed to be working on or what you're supposed to be going towards, if that makes sense. And so you guys, I'm going to leave this right here. This was a super powerful reading. I hope you guys feel really special because these were beautiful energies that I feel really represent what Virgo stand for, especially if you are Virgo tapping in, then you know your own energy, right? But you guys already know the vibe. Drop a comment. Let's chop it up. Let me know how you feel if you care to. And otherwise, just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. You guys already know the whole vibe. I love you, Virgos, and I will catch you in the next video.